are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Tannehill. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Running on first down, Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's incomplete.
The Chargers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now Murray. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Murray now on first down. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Tannehill. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slam. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one good for 37 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray going to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
from just shy of midfield. Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And some space here. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On play action, it's Murray. That is taken in by Hurst. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Well, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill caught on the right side by Jones. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Here's Tyler Newsome now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. And we'll continue to watch the updates in that one as well as the other games going on in Week 5 of the NFL season. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
That is caught. It's Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 14. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Xander Horvath as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They faked the handoff. Now Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. Again, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Tannehill. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Tannehill on 1st down. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Tannehill. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. On an intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And some room to run now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Eckler. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Shotgun now from Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Murray. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A give, Eckler running to the right. Down to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd down and 8. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Rams are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Running right through it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Aaron Jones, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 156 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There's should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Play fake. Murray. And he fires one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Murray now to throw. Williams brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run here with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from LA in a moment. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Tannehill.
Man open is Robinson. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Tannehill.
Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Tannehill to throw.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Throwing, Tannehill. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get